basically, why did it take so long for council to pass a moratorium? I think people were calling for it a couple of years ago, and only just recently.
Well, we passed phase one. The phase one was our stopgap measure to prevent abuse. We got attacked by the industry for it. I don't particularly care about that. Because what we did was kind of arbitrary determination of let's get the most aggressive enforcement regulation from all the cities around us without doing our own research. We got called to task on some of it because some of it actually was duplicative of other regulations that we had. So, but that was better than a moratorium. Moratorium with no end time is a taking. It's a taking of someone's rights. And if you have no end time for that, it would be like your neighbors getting together and saying, I don't like that you play music that we can hear at all. And so we want to ban you from doing it. Can the city do that? Yeah, you can do that. You can create a moratorium on outdoor music. You can have a moratorium on smoking outside. You can have a moratorium on kids laughing and playing outside. That's loud. We can have a moratorium on bicycle use. We can have a moratorium on pretty much anything while we consider bicycle paths or what, if the air is a high enough quality so it's not dangerous for kids to be outside in the middle of the summer, or while we investigate. So the bottom line is, moratoriums are a taking, and there's always a temptation when you happen to be elected to think that, well, I know better than everyone else, and so I'm going to pass bans, I'm going to create regulations, I'm going to take away people's rights little by little. And it's hard to find an endpoint for that. So we chose to do a very aggressive phase one, and then when we had an inciting place for a phase two, we put a moratorium until we got there.
Yeah.
I don't believe that 2 to 3 years is being very aggressive. There's some ladies sitting in this room here tonight who went to this city with the present city council over 2 to 3 years ago and started raising this issue. They didn't get anywhere. A few months ago, about a year ago, we had 2 ladies, one of whom is in this room now, who they sat down and wrote up a health report saying, not only is this dangerous, but it is going to be directly related to health hazards. And they went to the city council. Nothing happened. Okay? We had students down there demonstrating. Nothing happened. It was the fact that somebody was too worried about contacting their friends in the gas industry or protecting their own gas interests, then rather than stepping forward and saying, wait a minute, this is public health, welfare, and safety, we need to do something now. That's what we have to have. Leadership that says, you know, first of all, it doesn't take, you know, a mass, you know, torchlight parade to the city hall to get a referendum or something going. And that's another problem we've had. We've had several referendums brought to this city council, and they have a hyper-technical view of what really shows up on the radar, and they push them out. So it's time to start listening to the people. When people bring something to you, I don't care if it's a neighbor saying, this guy's got the nastiest garbage can in the world, and he sets it out in front of my house every week. Well, guess what? We ought to listen to them. And especially when 2 people who have medical training and 2 people who have engineering training and environmental training, when they come to you and say, we have a problem, you should listen. 2 to 3 years is not listening. Voting for a moratorium only when you see it as a last resort is not listening. You need to be aware and you need to take action. You can't be afraid of what all your buddies on the business side and the industry side may say about it, even though you're going to let her appoint them to a commission.
Thank you for that question. We currently have a city council who does not actively listen to citizens. They tend to lean more toward industry and businesses outside of Denton. I guess I would say it like that. It is time for change. It's time to have a leader who's willing to accept responsibility. It's time to have a city council that will listen. And that is the issue why nothing was done. the matter and also to